Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. So today I'm bringing you another sneak peek of a launch that's coming up later today on Hobby Maker, and this is the Crafty Stash Pad, which is Cottage Garden. Beautiful pad, you're gonna love this, and it's kind of a bit of loads of things to keep everybody happy really. So you do get 12 topper sheets. There's 2 of 6 designs. There is 18 double-sided papers, which is 3 of 6 designs, and 12 inserts, which are 2 of 6 designs. So I'm just going to show you one of everything. Now, the cute thing about this pad is they're a nice size if you like to make smaller toppers, you know, like my 6x6, 5x5 sort of cards. But equally, you can load up your card and make the bigger ones with 2 or 3 of these, which is really cool. But I'll show you the size on this top one is probably the frame just under 3 1/4 inch, and this one here is just under 4 1/4 by 3. And then you've got all of these. You've got Home Sweet Home, Happiness Blooms Just For You, Family is the Heart of the Home, From Our Home to Yours. And then you've got this one here with the garden, the boots, the bike which is trying to ride away, the book, you know, that's a cute one. Big things often have small beginnings, especially for you, and from me to you. And these pads are full of sentiments. There's a page that's got loads of them on, you wait and see. And then you've got the beautiful pansies. You've got your wheelbarrow there, you've got a border. Of course you can be cutting it into this as well. You've got your sort of watering can there, bloom where you are planted, planted with love, homegrown for you. And there's even a little button with pansies in there. And then you've got this, I think this is such a beautiful topper. And then you've got your bluebird, and it looks like he's really ready to fly out of there. Your dragonfly, symbolising new beginnings. Let your dreams blossom. Your little cat, you're so lovely. You've got a butterfly button there. And then you've got this beautiful fountain with a butterfly in as well. Then you've got these slightly larger toppers here with, I'll just measure them for you. So again, 3 by 4, so slightly the bigger toppers are on these sheets. But you've got a garden is a place where miracles happen. Enjoy the simple things. To plant a garden is to dream of tomorrow. Sit back and relax on your special day. To someone wonderful with all my love. You've got borders here with best wishes and plants on, and then the flowers. Like I say, there's loads of sentiments, and this just shows exactly how many. In every petal a story unfolds. Heartfelt wishes. The sweetest memories are made in the garden. Here's wishing for sunshine, laughter and love. Cozy wishes, sending lots of love your way for a very special day. Home is where the story begins. May your birthday be blooming with love, lots of love for today and always. To someone special, just to say hello beautiful, let love grow, home sweet home. And then you've got that lovely border there. And then here you're getting onto the double-sided paper, so you can either use these tags and borders. I mean, you've got loads in there, but then you've got that wooden sort of panel effect on the other side. You've got that beautiful blue tip there that you can cut out and use it as decoupage, or you've got this beautiful pink paper. You've got this was my favourite out of the decoupages. You've got these beautiful pansies. So you've got your sort of your pot there, and then you've got your other one there. And what you can do is, what I did was I separated these out because this to me just looks like a shallow tray. But you can use both of them together. That's really cute and not hard to cut out either. It does take a while, I'm not going to lie, but it's not hard. And then you've got all of these little flags that you can pop on, butterflies, boots, that dragonfly again, or you can use that sort of Hessian style paper. I love this floral chintzy print. Oh, so I should show you that side. Then you've got that on the other. And then you've got your pansies and your blue stripe, very fresh, beautiful. And then these are the inserts, remembering you're getting 2 of each of these designs. So you've got these ones are sort of smaller ones to fit your smaller cards. Cherish every moment, handmade for a special someone. Happy birthday, best wishes for you. Then you've got with love from me to you. Have a relaxing day. wishing you a home full of love. Then you've got your sort of full page ones, so you've got your lovely outdoor scene there. Again, another outdoor scene. This would be perfect with those decoupage dogs as well, you know. Use that as a background. You don't always have to use them as the insert. You've got your bike again, and then that lovely floral print. Again, that could be just a backing paper. It's super cute as it is. But what I'm going to do is just pop all of this away and zoom out, and we'll get on to making a couple of cards. Okay, so for this second card, I thought I'd do like a two-step cutting card. So this one will go in a 6x6 envelope. This piece of cardstock is 6x10. This is the Ink Me cardstock. Just going to bring it in my trimmer. I'm going to pop it up to the 2-inch mark, and I'm going to cut from 2 to 6. And then I'm going to move it along to the 4-inch mark, and I'm going to cut from 4 to 8. Okay. And then if we bring in the scoreboard, so I've got it with the line nearest the left at the top, and I'm going to score from the 2-inch down to that line, and then from the 4-inch I'm going to go all the way down to the second line, and then I'm going to turn that around, and then from the 6-inch I'm going to the bottom to that middle line, and then if I pop that over that way, that one I'm going to score to the line there, so at the 2 inches. So each of these are in 2-inch blocks, and you're going to end up with something that looks like you've got 3 squares going across that middle. So if you've got the bigger scoreboard, it'll be easier for you because you can just go at your every other 2 inches. And there is a template of this on my Pinterest, Facebook. I believe I've also put it on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is just start bending those in. So we're going to create this sort of step going in. And if I bring in my burnishing tool, ones on the outside, and then I'm going to burnish those on the inside. And then what you're going to end up is a card like that. Okay, now I break it up into sections to pop these layers on. I've already cut them to hand. So let me bring in the bigger pieces first of all. So you've got 2 massive squares. I say massive, they're 4x4. So I've taken 2 notches off the gold and then 2 notches off the paper for there and there. And then all of these other squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are all 2x2. So again, just taking 2 notches off and then going down to 1 3/4 square for the actual paper layer. Okay, so I'm gonna just grab my tape pen. I'm just gonna start popping these in. And then there's another one there with the 4. I'm just going to go up in this corner. And then use the paper with this beautiful bird decoupage on. and use the insert. And these are perfectly sized for this card. Or should I say this type of card. Okay, that's there. And then we've got all of these little ones. So just pop some. This one, it looks quite tricky, but once you get started on it, as long as your mats and layers are quite straight, it really does look quite effective. What I can do is just turn that around. And those. Oops. Let's go for a wonder. Okay, so let's turn that around. So what I did was I cut alternates of the pink because I had some bits left over, and then the blue. So let's go ahead and just pop those on. I'm just going to use my construction glue on these. And I'm doing these with the stripes going down. You could go the other way if you wanted to. No, done it the wrong way around. That should be there. So we've got that going down that centre. That's the beauty of construction glue. There we go, that's better. And I'm going to pop those on, just working our way down. And I'm only putting the glue in the middle because I don't need to squirt out too near the edges and take that gold shine off. But there's enough there just to squirt out till near the edges, so it's not going to be flapping, if you know what I mean. Again. And then last one. I love this blue stripes, it sort of reminds me of pyjamas. Okay, so that's how our card is looking at the moment. Looking pretty good. Now, so you want to be careful when you're putting the your pieces on, because you don't want any height in all of these places where it is going to fold. because it will sort of make your card seem a little bit bulky. So and just because that glue does allow that wiggle room time, just be careful they don't move. But let's come in with some 2mm felt pads. I'm just going to go around the outside of there. So we're just going to pop this off. Use this glue pen. Now what I do find is because when I press it, it does come out quite readily. So just going to be a little bit gentle. This is just going to help this float to where we want it to be. And I think I'm going to have those flowers at the top and the bottom. There we go. And then this one I'm going to go flat inside. Actually, I will put some, I wasn't going to put this on, but then I thought maybe I might get my bird at the wrong angle. So let's pop our little in a little blue tip. Blue tips have been back outside mine this year, so I'm hoping they're going to nest again in the little nesting box on the shed. Okay, and then I thought what I'd do is bring these little squares in because they're the perfect size. And again, I'm going to use all-purpose glue, not all-purpose glue, construction glue, because this one is the Hunkydory one, which is the Premier one. I've just decanted it into this smaller tube, just because I'm used to this tube, to be honest with you, more than anything else. You probably could pop these up with a 1mm pad if you wanted to. Ooh, that's a wonder again. Every time you touch them they move, so really it does need a good 5 or 10 minutes just to go off, but I'll keep working through. Okay, and then just to finish, I brought in some blue gems because we've got all that pink there. And I'm going to bring the blue in with these gems. I'm going to go for these stunning navy ones. I'm going to pop one and a small one there. And then that's going to come all the way around this side here. And this one's been a bit stubborn. There we go. Keep cutting into the these are really sparkly gems. Really love them. And these were sent to me as part of the DT. So I've never bought these before, but I wish I had. Definitely going to be buying them in the future, that's for sure. Oh, super sparkly. Okay, so let's just make sure those are all where we want them to be. Okay, so that's that 2-step cutting card, and I'm just going to get set up for card number 2. Okay, for the second card I've cut up an 8x8 card blank, so I've just got a piece that's 8x8. going to bring in my scoreboard, and I'm just going to make a fun fold card. So I'm going to score it 2, and then I'm going to rotate it round and score it 2 again. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little pencil mark at 4 inches and at 4 inches, and then I'm just going to put those pencil marks on the black line that I put down the middle of my board and score. And you should go through that sort of point there where those lines have crossed before. Okay, so we're going to give this a burnish on all of these creases. And then what you should find is, that's it. So if you bring those down, you should have a nice square in that corner. Okay, and your card will stand like so on a side or shelf. Okay, so I have cut some of the layers to size. So inside here is going to be 6 by 6. So I've taken 2 notches off the gold on 2 sides to pop that one into there, and I've also taken that to 5 3/4. That's the one that's got decoupage on the back, and done that as a 5 3/4 square. And then I've taken 2 pieces of 2 notches under 2 inches, and it's 6 inches long at the minute because I need to trim that down. And then these are 1 3/4. Now there does seem to be a bit of a pattern, so I have cut one along the sort of horizontal and one along the vertical. Okay, so now what I need to do is, oh, there is another piece I need to cut for here, but I shouldn't do. So I need to replicate this crease here so I can get this layer, mat and layer in. So what I'm going to do is turn that over. I did try doing a line on it before. Now I'm going to try, because what I've done is I've done this line at 2 notches under 2. And I'm going to go to that corner and we'll see whether that angle's right. It's been a while since I made a card like this, so it may be that I need to work this out again. And this is going to go on that top piece. And the angle is good. We just need to take some off of that end. So I'm going to try with that first of all. Just a tiny bit more. Might do again a little better for that amount of tininess. So it's better to just take a little bit and then just try again than to chop off too much in the first place. Okay, so that one is nicely on there. And then what I can do is with this one again, this time, let's move that out of the way a second. This one we're going to come to 1 3/4 and just put a little notch there and cut to that corner again. Okay. That fits rather nicely on there. So I'll just put a little line there. And I just need to take, just got a bit of paper stuck in there. There we go. Just need to take 2 notches off. No, I've done it wrong here. Right, let's go to the line. That might be the idea. That's why we made the line. If I had brains, that'd be dangerous. There we go, let's see. Just a little bit more. I'm going to go with the guillotine again. Just don't want to scuff up all the paper and then it's kind of ruined. Okay, so that's one. Now with the second one, so now we are coming onto this one. What I need to do is just make sure I'm going that way along, so I'm tracing that along. So I need to do the same thing again, but just on the opposite side. So on this side, when I turned it over, I went from this right side up. Now I need to go from the left side up. And just going to put that on and mark that at 2 notches under the 2. And then again go from that point to that mark. That should fit quite nicely under there. It does. Just going to pop that down. That's fine. And then likewise with this one, we need to go from this other side. So we're going to go to 1 3/4. So from my mark to my corner. And that should fit quite nicely on there. Let's make it a bit more obvious this time. Let's see how that is. Just use a little bit more. That was quite a nice chunk, so no, it's this way. That's what. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that is all of my mats and layers. I think probably going to use one of the borders, but I'll bring that out in a second. So let's start with our layers. So my dotty tape pen and my construction. And put a nice amount on. Good press down, make sure it's nice and even. And then we can do the same to go into the actual card. So in terms of an insert, you can either pop it on the back, which would probably be what I do, or you could just write in one of the inside parts of here. Pop those in. I think that's looking good. Pretty much perfect so far. So let's do these bits first, and then I'll cut that bit for that centre. So again, that sort of construction glue just gives me that ability to float that to where I want that to be. Okay, that's one. And if you wanted to, you could have had one go in with the one pattern and one with the other. But I'd kind of decided on this beautiful rose pattern. Oh, there goes Henry making his presence known. Just going to pop that on. there. So now we can just go in and pop those onto our card. And once you've worked out those weird little angles on it, this doesn't take very long, this card. Oops. Okay. I'm just trying to make my layers quite perfect, but let's try taking it off and doing it that way. Come here. So the important thing is the bottom bit, which is the bits that's going to be seen. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one. That's going to go on to there. Okay, now I'm just going to select my trimmer, and I'm just going to quickly off screen cut a piece of square and a piece of paper for there. Okay, so I've cut this little square 2 notches under 2 on 2 sides, and this one is 1 3/4 inch. So we're just going to go ahead and pop this on, and I did it in the same paper that we used for that base, just to tie the card all together. Not going to see a lot of it anyway, because I'm going to have a little sentiment on here. I'm going to use one of the die cut pieces on this card. So I don't think there's a right or a wrong way, but like I say, you're not going to see a lot of it anyway. Let's open this out. Put that on. Okay, so now that's what we are looking at. So I thought I'd come in with this beautiful matching framed, and with we'll go with Home Sweet Home, I think. But there is also another one that I wanted to bring in, another sentiment. I'll just grab those. That's one on here. So we could go with the Home Sweet Home at the top, a little bit of bunting, but I'm not going to do that. Where was the other one I saw? There's that one that's on there, from Our Home to Yours. Actually, I'm going to take it from here. So let's not go crazy. Let's just do our little door here. From Our Home to Yours. So what I like to do with my frames and things is put them on different levels. So we can go fairly chunky on this, I think. So let's grab some. Let's go with a really chunky one. Let's go really 5mm. These are probably about 2. Don't think I've got any thinner ones, have I yet? It's going to be better. Okay. So just put these all the way around for a bit of support. Just peel these off. if I glue this in, this bottom corner, and use my lonely pad there. These are my favourite foam pads. I haven't used them for ages. It's nice to be able to use them on these ones because they're not going to charity, they're going back to Hunkydory. So I don't have to worry about postage or that sort of thing. It's all sorted. There we go. So a bit of glue on. I shouldn't really be able to get this wrong because I'm just going straight in that little hole. Okay, so that's where we're looking at the moment. Let's see, that just fits in there quite nice. Actually, let me just see if I can make that frame a little bit down. Don't know if it's going to let me. Just the tiniest wee bit down. Yeah, I think that's better. That's just going to go under there, so I think it's just going to look a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to put my Home Sweet Home up here, but we're only going to go with some smaller foam pads for that. So let's pop these 2mm here and here. Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh, I know what I was going to say. So with these sort of design team ones, I'm planning on just being a little bit more adventurous, maybe using dyes and papers just to make it a little bit more interesting. A lot of things I am going to pre-cut beforehand to try and make things a little quicker, although I suspect they're probably going to come out about the same, 45 minutes to an hour. I just want to give you a good idea of what you can do with this lovely product, that's all. So hopefully that's going to be okay. You can always fast forward it through any unimportant waffling if I manage to get any done. So that one's going to go there. This one is going to go up here. Yep. And then I think we'll come in with these greens again. They do seem to go with this kit really lovely. And I'm going to go these paler sort of springy greens. Put one down there, like so. There. There. So we've got 3 so far. And you're not really going to see these quite so much. But I just want a little trail of those leading off. Kind of thinking smoke from the chimney, but not really. Okay, so that is card number 2. So let's bring back in. I'll show you that one first of all. So obviously when it's in an envelope, it'll go in a 6x6 envelope. It stands really nicely on the shelf like so, but that's the visual sort of look. You could go more on here, you could put more of these toppers. I mean, you've got on this one, you've got those little square ones, you could go extra on there. It's not really my style, but you know, if it's your style, go for it. Apologies guys, there was a bit of an issue with the camera at the end of that filming of that last card, but I'm just going to bring in that first card I did with that 2-step cutting card, and just to say thank you for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.